for that I have drawn 3 diagrams. In this first diagram, atoms are closely packed. This diagram refers to, what does that mean? Solid state. And here the atoms are somewhat loosely packed. This diagram refers to liquid state. And here the atoms are very loosely packed. This refers to gaseous state. Now our lesson is gaseous state. Rest of the lesson we are going to see in PPT.
Among the states of matter, liquid, solid and gas, the gas is state only the simplest form of states of matter. The chemical properties of gases, it is based on the composition. So that composition means how many atoms are present, how many molecules are present. Based on the chemical composition only the chemical properties exist. And physical properties, they are governed by the gases law. We will going to learn this gases law. The gases are formulated by the parameters pressure, volume and as a function of temperature. Now tell me, gas and vapor both are same? No. Gas is a gaseous state in a room temperature and 1 atmosphere pressure. For example, oxygen, hydrogen and carbon dioxide, they are already exist in gaseous state. But vapor it is a substance which is in the gaseous form, that is of solid or liquid in room temperature and 1 atmosphere pressure. For example, solid or liquid on heating only they are changed as a vapor. So we never say that is a gas form. It is a gaseous state. It is a gaseous form only. Vapor is called as gaseous form, not a gaseous state. Now or water gas and water vapor. Water gas and water vapor both are same. No, the water gas is a combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas, that is called as water gas. Water vapor means it is a gaseous form of water. When you give the heat, the water is changed to a gaseous form. That gaseous form is called as water vapor. We know very well in air there is different gases are present. In volume percentage it is given as 78% is present nitrogen and 21% oxygen and 1% is other gases. That there are 11 gases are under normal atmospheric condition. Hydrogen element, nitrogen element, oxygen, fluorine and chlorine, they are excited as a diatomic molecule. Then ozone is O3, so it is a triatomic molecule. Then the noble gases helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, they are as a monoatomic gases. And carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide, they are exit as a gaseous state. Before going to study the gases law, we have to know about the important parameter pressure. So what is pressure means? Pressure is defined as the force divided by the area to which the force is applied. Now see the diagram. It is one container with the piston. The container containing gases inside the container. There is gases are present. The red color indicated that there is a gas present. We are going to give the force by using the piston. So the area only we are going to give the force. So because of force only we increase the pressure. So the pressure formula is now force divided by area. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal. What is Pascal means? 1 Newton per square meter. 1 Newton per square meter is called as 1 Pascal. Now we know the force formula is force equal to mass into acceleration. So for that mass, what is the unit? Kilogram. Acceleration is unit is meter per second. So that pressure unit now changed as, for Pascal means Newton per meter squared. For in terms of mass into acceleration we include means the unit now changed as kilogram meter second minus 1 divided by meter squared. In this tables it given the different units of pressure. For Pascal means 1 Pascal we already know, Newton per meter squared, and atmosphere, millimeter of mercury, bar, tar, pound per square inch. So there are different units of pressure is given, and also 1 atmosphere means it is equal to 760 mm of mercury, and 1 mm of mercury is equal to 0.001316 atmosphere. Now we are going to learn the first law, Poyle law. That Poyle law give the relationship between the pressure and volume. Now see the first diagram. In that diagram it is a U-tube, one of the end is closed, and that U-tube is now filled with mercury. Both the mercury level is, both the end are equal. The grey color is containing the mercury only. Then yellow color indicate that it is filled with gases. The volume of gas, first of all, we are going to measure by the, it is indicated by the some lines. And blue color arrow, it indicate that atmospheric pressure, and yellow color arrow, it indicate the pressure of gases. In the second diagram, we are going to increase the pressure of the gas by adding some mercury in open end. Now the mercury pressure is 760 mm of mercury, that is 1 atmosphere pressure. When you add the mercury, now see the yellow color, that yellow color means it is a volume of gases, it is reduced to half of the initial value. Initial is, now see the first diagram, the volume from the first diagram to second diagram, the volume is half of the volume reduced by adding the mercury. And again, once again we are going to add in third diagram some more mercury, that is the pressure is increased, now doubled, that is 1520 mm of mercury is equal to 2 atmosphere pressure. If you increase the pressure means the volume once again reduced to V by 3. From the experiment, we are going to conclude that what is the Poyle law definition is, at a given temperature, the volume occupied by the fixed mass of gas, it is inversely proportional to the pressure. That is, the volume is decreases when the pressure is increases, or we can say that the volume is decreases when the volume is increases when the pressure is decreases. So it is a inversely proportional between the volume and pressure. Now the volume is equal to the inversely proportional change as a constant K and 1 by P. The P is goes to now V side, so that we get PV is equal to K. The K is here a proportionality constant. Now we are going to apply for two gases, means we get the equation for the first gas, P1 V1 is equal to K. What is P1 means? Pressure of the first gas. V1 means pressure of the first gas. Now we are going to apply this equation for the second gas, means P2 V2 is equal to K. What is P2 means? Pressure of the second gas. V2 means pressure of volume of the second gas. Now both are K. K means constant, both are K constant equal, both the value are equal, means P1 V1 equal to P2 V2 equal to K. Now we are going to see the graphical representation of Poyle law. In the first graph, it is a graph between the pressure and volume. Here, when the pressure is increases, the volume is decreases. We already know that it is a reciprocal relationship between the pressure and volume, so that when the pressure increases, the volume automatically decreases. In the second graph, it is a graph between the pressure and 1 by V. Here the 1 by V value increases, means the pressure value also increases, because it is already in reciprocal relationship, so that both are having the same value. Now we are going to see the consequences of the Poyle law. First of all, the density of the gases increases, means the heating of the unit area of the container also increases. The particle between the heating also increases, so that the force increases between per the unit area. We already know about the definition of pressure. What is the pressure definition? Force per area. So the force is increases, means already automatically the pressure also increases. Now we are going to say that when density is doubled, the pressure also increases twofold. Now we already know from the Boyle law equation P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. What is the volume here means volume formula is mass per density. From the definition we say that the mass is fixed, the mass is never changed. So the mass value we have to put m only, small m. We have to change only the pressure, volume and density alone. So P1 m by d1 is equal to P2 m divided by d2. The m value will be cancelled. We get P1 divided by T1 is equal to P2 divided by D2. From this equation we can say that the density of a gas here is directly proportional to the pressure. P directly to D. What is P means pressure, D means density. Now Charles law, this Charles law is given by J.A.C. Charles. From that it is statement is a fixed mass of gas at constant pressure. When the pressure is constant, the volume is directly proportional to its temperature. Now see the formula V directly T. Now directly is changed as a constant, so that we have to put K. V equal to KT. The value we get at constant pressure, and what is N means number of moles. So when the temperature, when the pressure and number of moles are constant, the V value is directly proportional to temperature. It is a Charles law. Now the V by T is equal to constant value we are getting. Now we are going to apply for two gases means the first gas we get V1 divided by T1 is equal to constant. The same way for second gas also we get V2 divided by T2 equal to constant value. Now we say one together we will write means V1 divided by T1 is equal to V2 divided by T2 is equal to constant. This Charles law, one experiment is given here. The balloon, first of all the balloon is put into ice water. Afterward the same balloon whenever you put in the boiling water means the balloon volume is increases. Why it is increases means in the boiling water the temperature of the gases increases, so that the gaseous molecule move faster inside the balloon, so that the gas expands. So the temperature increases means the volume also increases. It is the Charles law. Now Gay-Lussac law, it gives the relationship between pressure and temperature. Here we are going to take the volume as a constant value. The pressure of the fixed mass of gas is directly proportional to temperature. Then you see the formula P directly temperature when the volume is constant value. Now the directly is changed as a constant value K. So we get P equal to K into T. That K is a constant value. So now take the T as a inside the pressure. So we get P divided by T equal to constant K. Now we are going to apply the for the two gases means the formula is now changed as P1 divided by T1 is equal to P2 by divided by T2 as a constant value. The next one, Avogadro hypothesis. The Avogadro hypothesis says that equal volume of all gases under the same condition of temperature and pressure, they contain equal number of molecules. It is the Avogadro hypothesis. So the volume of gases is now directly proportional to N. That is, the volume increases means the number of moles also increases. So the directly is now changed as a constant value. The equation is become as V equal to K into N. That equation we get it at constant pressure and temperature. Now we are going to apply for two gases means the equation now changed as V1 divided by T1 N1 is equal to V2 divided by N2 is equal to constant K. Here the V1 is the volume of one gas, N1 is volume of number of moles for the first gas, and V2 is the volume of the second gas, N2 is the number of moles of the second gas. From the gaseous law, we are going to derive the ideal gas equation. From the Boyle law, what is the relationship? The volume is reciprocal relationship with the pressure, that is V indirectly proportional to 1 by P. From the Charles law, the volume is directly proportional to temperature at constant pressure, and Avogadro law, it is volume directly proportional to number of moles. So combining these three law, here the only one or the V is related with 1 by P, V is related with directly T, and V is directly N. So we combining these three law with one equation, we get that V directly N by T and indirectly with P, that is divided by P. Now the directly is now changed as a constant value, that is R. What is R means? It is a proportionality constant, but here it is called as universal gas constant. Now we interchange the P value with V, we get PV equal to nRT. This equation is called as ideal gas equation. Now we are going to learn Dalton's law of partial pressure. Before that, you see the diagram. In the first container, it contains oxygen gas. In the second container, nitrogen gas. Third container, hydrogen gas. In fourth container, we are going to mix the oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen together in the fourth container. And the pressure of the first container is pressure of oxygen. So second container, nitrogen is containing, the pressure is pressure of nitrogen. The third container, pressure of hydrogen. So P hydrogen. Now we containing the fourth container, it is a mixture. How can you calculate the pressure of this mixture? Means just you are adding the pressure of oxygen, pressure of nitrogen and pressure of hydrogen. So P total, what is P total means? Total pressure of mixture of gases is equal to P1 plus P2 plus P3. Here the P1, P2, P3 are pressure of individual gases. Individual gases means oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, like this. So pressure of these individual gases are called as partial pressure of gases. Partial pressure means what, pa? It is a pressure of individual gases. Now from the Dalton's law, partial pressure is states that the total pressure of the mixture of non-reacting gases. Please remember that the gases should not be react with each other. The non-reacting gases only we will calculate the total pressure by adding, that is sum of partial pressure of gases present in that mixture. It is the Dalton's law. This Dalton's law is used in the to find out the pressure of dry gas. It is collected when the displacement of water, downward displacement of water, we will calculate the pressure of dry vapor by using the formula pressure of dry gas collected is equal to total pressure minus pressure of water vapor. Here only we are using the Dalton's law. Graham's law of diffusion. Before that, we have to know about what is diffusion, what is effusion. See the diagram. In the first diagram, diffusion. Here the container, one compartment containing gas 1, another compartment containing gas 2. Between the two components, one cupboard is present so that they never mixed with each other. When you remove that cupboard, the gas 1 goes to gas 2 compartment and gas 2 compartment goes to gas 1 compartment. This property of migration of the gases between gaseous molecule through another gases is called as diffusion. And what is effusion means? Now see the second diagram. Here one compartment containing no gases, another compartment containing some gases. In between that, the one cupboard is present. That cupboard containing a small hole. Through this small hole, the gases escapes from the container through the small hole. That is called as effusion. Now Graham's law, according to Graham's law, the rate of diffusion or effusion is inversely proportional to the square root of molar mass. From what is the formula is, rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to 1 is divided by square root of capital M. What is capital M means? It is a molar mass. Now we apply for two gases, we get the equation RA divided by RB is equal to square root of MB by MA. What is RA means? Rate of A gas, and what RB means rate of B gas, and MB means molar mass of B gas, and MA means molar mass of A gas. Suppose these two gases having the different pressure means that pressure also we have to include this equation. So the equation 6.15 now changed as RA by RB is equal to PA by PB square root of MB by MA. Then Graham's law forms the basis of pressure of enriching the isotopes of uranium 235 from the other isotopes.